I'm Chester Dingleberry, and every week I bring you interviews from the hottest names in the hip-hop industry. This week, I'm interviewing 3 of the most famous up-and-coming rappers, Hyper T, Big G, and T-Lo. I sat down with each of them, and they gave us a sneak preview of their latest songs.
I want to get right to the point, Hyper T. I'm going to set up a scenario for you. You're in the recording studio, working on your latest album, when all of a sudden you get a phone call. It's your doctor. And he called to tell you you're positive for hyperthyroidism. What is going through your head at this time?
Shoot, man, I can't even say I was surprised, Chester. I mean, my heart was beating so fast, I was sweating, I was nervous, and irritable all the time. I mean, all the time, man. And my eyes, man, they was practically bulging out of my head.
Right, now, in your new rap video, you mention a thyroidectomy. And I think I speak not only for myself, but all of America when I ask you, have you had a thyroidectomy?
Yeah, man, I'm scheduled for one next week. I'm nervous, man. You know, like, I'm about to lose my thyroid. I don't even know. You know what I mean, man? It's gonna be rough. I just don't know. I just, you know what? Just cut the tape. Just cut the tape.
All right, cut the tape.
Just cut it, man.
Just cut the tape. Cut the tape.
They gonna take 1/6 of my goiter, man. 1/6, man. That's
all right. As promised, here is Hyper T's new rap video, Eyes Are Big and Buggy.
Hyperthyroidism may be mild, but if it's severe, a thyrostorm appear and you would rather cut off your ear. Graves' disease, the most common one you hear in the street. Excessive perspiration, weight loss, and irritability. Hyperthyroidism can be treated. You gotta be a G and have it surgically removed with a thyroidectomy. First you must prepare and get some anti-thyroid drugs to reduce secretions of them thyroid hormones, cause thiamide's the drug of choice like PTU. That's proper Thyroid, so treating toxic crisis for you. Use with cumin and boost coagulation effects, so do what's best, so be prepared to be put to rest.
My eyes are big and buggy, eyes are big and buggy. My eyes are big and buggy, eyes are big and buggy.
Hyperactive like a druggie, active like a druggie, hyperactive like a druggie. So all day I like to drug it, I like to drug it, I like to drug it.
Alright, I want to talk to you about your hormones. Now, for lack of a better term, they were out of control. Is that fair to say?
I mean, absolutely, Chester. You know, ever since I was a kid, I mean, once I hit puberty, my hormones were just out of control. I never stopped growing. I grew like a tree. Other kids hang and play on the monkey bars. I reach up, my feet touch the ground. My sister had a my-size Barbie. That Barbie wasn't my size. I couldn't even play with that thing. Just, nothing was ever right.
That must have been a very difficult time for you. Very difficult time. Now, obviously you were growing at an extremely rapid rate. What did you do to stop the growth?
I mean, they put you on radiation, you know, like cancer people have. But before they do that, they got to put you on this medicine called sandostatin. And basically it just makes you throw up and throw up and throw up all day. But you see, my problem was that sandostatin is so expensive. So, you know, I decided I would take out my frustration with a pen and paper. started writing rhymes, and now I'm a big rapper and I can afford my medicine. So, you know, the growth stopped. And I did lose all my hair, but you know, it's growing back slowly but surely. I'm gonna make it.
Right. So it sounds fairly positive right now. Now, your new video, Hormones, it's obviously a big hit across the country. I think we've all seen it. Tell us a little bit about your new song.
I mean, hormones, it's just like the title said. It's all about my struggle with hormones. You know, a lot of people have growth inhibiting hormone, but I don't. And I felt slighted. So I wrote these lyrics to kind of deal with it, you know what I'm saying? And it turned out to be a great shot. I mean, now it's big, so I hope y'all like it. Check it out.
Well, you've heard it straight from the rapper Big G herself, and now here's a sneak preview of her upcoming single, Hormones.
Talking about that G hormone, baby. Stimulating growth in tissue and bone. You know they tested my hypothesis, no hypothesis. Doctors at the Yank trying to make a true hypothesis. Growing every day, just like I'm a hippopotamus. It looks like I'm on stilts, you got no choice but to look up to this. Somatostatin slow, ain't believing that. And my sandostatin makes me sick, I'm throwing up in that. So they gave me radiation cause they said I needed that. It made all my hair fall out, I'm bald, I'm looking like a hairless cat. I ain't exaggerating things, I wish I had it like that. Grow 6 inches overnight and now I'm taller than Shaq. You know good and well that you don't want a problem like that. Look at a giraffe and you don't want a body like that. No, don't do it, please don't do it. You don't understand until you grow through it. Said my sister's getting taller and I really hate to say it cause they're testing all my brothers. Acromegaly, you can't fake it, they know. Hey, my hormones, hormones, hormones. Pituitary hormones, hormones, hormones. My hormones, hormones, hormones. Yeah, my hormones, pituitary hormones,
Now, I want to talk about your hypothyroidism for a moment, and you've got a fairly severe form of hypothyroidism called myxedema, and I'd like for you to talk a little bit about that. I've heard that you can get some memory loss from myxedema. What is that? Have you had any experience with that?
Yeah, this thing right here. You know what I'm talking about?
To be completely honest, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, baby.
Right, now I'd like to talk about something that was very difficult for you, and that's dealing with your hypothyroidism. Now you've got a potentially serious form of hypothyroidism called myxedema, and I wonder if you'd like to share a little bit about that with us today.
Well, Chester, it was hard. It was difficult for me to do a lot of things because my energy level was so low, and I didn't know what was causing it. My memory also seemed to be slipping. I'm just forgetting everything. My voice is getting deeper. And how am I supposed to be a rapper and people recognizing my voice when it starts changing all the time?
Right, so you've got all these problems with your myxedema. What would you say has helped you the most to manage the condition?
Thyroid, man. Ever since I started taking that, my T3 and T4 levels, right up. I finally had a bowel movement again. At one point, I haven't had a bowel movement for 14 days and 26 hours. So it's really like 15 days and 2 hours. You know, Chester?
Right. Well, now that we know all about your bowel movement, how else has this affected your lifestyle?
Well, Chester, that's funny you say that. I'm a type 1 diabetic, so when I take Thyroid, I have to increase my insulin amounts. Man, it's cold in here.
Well, thank you, T-Lo, for your time today during this interview. And as promised for the audience, we will be showing a clip of his #1 hit single,
the Thyroid song.
Yeah, this thing right here. So all the nurses know what doctors talk about. You know, hypothyroidism, myxedema. Check it out. When your T4 is getting low and your pulse is running slow, you notice your eyelids start to bloat and you're having trouble and you can't go. Thick dry skin and lots of spots. MDs draw blood to connect the dots. That scale keeps going up a notch. Hope it's not Hashimoto. Feel like you got hit by a truck. Don't give a what? Got a big butt. Go see your MD. Feel like you got hit by a truck. Don't give a what? Cause something's wrong. Your thyroid is T4 levels really low, T4 levels really low, Call your doctor, let him know that thyroid, whoa. T4 levels really low, T4 levels really low, Call your doctor, let him know that thyroid, whoa. Come on.
We hope you enjoyed this week's episode of our look into some of the most popular hip-hop artists of today. As always, I'm Chester Dingleberry. So long for now.